We need to get in. We're on the list.
Infant, adult male, adult female. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
You two, follow
God
me!
help us
Come
all.
on!
What's gonna happen to all those people outside
We're
the
doing
gate?
everything we can! Now keep moving! Step on the platform! In the center!
Almost there. Is Sean okay?
He's fine. We're gonna be okay. I love you.
Oh my god!
Hold on!
Can't this thing move faster?
What's up everyone, Darcblade here with my video review of Fallout 4. Developed and published by Bethesda, Fallout 4 was released on the 10th of November 2015, with Japan getting a release date of December the 17th of that same year. It was released for PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. The Fallout universe is one of the flagships of Bethesda, and with all the hype that Fallout 4 has generated following the success of Fallout 3, can it live up to what fans expect from this epic series? The story of Fallout 4 follows the journey of the sole survivor of Vault 111. I will try to avoid major spoilers in this review, but I may show images that have been shown in trailers before by Bethesda. The story starts off with you and your family as the Great War begins. Through your actions you are admitted to Vault 111 along with your family. As with most vaults though, things are not always as they seem, as you wake up 210 years later with your family gone. You then begin your epic journey across the Commonwealth of Massachusetts to find out the mystery of what has happened to your family and potentially where your family are. As your quest unfolds, you will be faced with an onslaught of other side quests and stories. Most of these will distract you from the main quest, as they are told well with colourful characters. Also, some of these side quests are more important than they seem, as they will decide the fate of the Commonwealth in due course. As you play a character out of time, the story is very friendly to newcomers to the Fallout universe. You will play as either a male or female. While each story and quest within the game is told well, some feel like standard quests you would find in other RPG games. During your time with the main story, you will also come across various factions that operate within the Commonwealth. These all have different moral stances on what is right and wrong. Doing tasks and quests for these factions will eventually force the sole survivor to make moral choices that will affect the outcome of the Commonwealth. The sheer amount of quests available in Fallout 4 can sometimes make the story hard to judge, as some of these side quests I found far more enjoyable than the critical story path. I believe players will get mixed feelings over the story of Fallout 4. It is very easy to stray off the critical path, and in some respect could mean that the main story is weak and doesn't get players emotionally invested straight away. On the other hand though, the world that Bethesda have given players could be another reason that players don't complete the story, as they want to stave off completing the critical path line as long as possible so they get the most experience out of the game. I was in the second group here, and I often put off doing main story quests for fear of the game ending. This is probably the main reason why this review is late. However, once the critical story quest is complete, the game does not end, like it did in Fallout 3. Instead, you are given as much time as you need to explore and finish off side quests in the Commonwealth. The gameplay of Fallout 4 is a Bethesda game. What I mean by that is that if you've played a Fallout game before, or even an Elder Scrolls title, you will know what to expect. It's a first person or third person point of view coupled with ranged or melee combat within a massive open world RPG, albeit in Fallout 4's case you're more likely to take up ranged weaponry than melee weaponry. I also found playing in first person view far more enjoyable than third person view during my time with the game. The gunplay in Fallout 4 felt functional as long as you were taking on foes of a similar or lower level. Facing tougher foes felt like your bullets were ineffective, which in a way is the game's way of saying that you're too low for this area. While the aiming may not be as smooth as some other first person shooter games out there, it still felt good, with each weapon, along with their weapon mods, having an impact on how the weapon handles. If aiming becomes too tough for you, then you can always implement the VATS system. The VATS, or Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System, allows you to slow down time, and for you to pick your targets with better accuracy by targeting different body parts. This works well for tense situations, but unlike Fallout 4, VATS do not stop time. They instead simply slow down time, so they cannot be used as a crutch, as you can still die when using them. During your time in the Commonwealth, you will be faced with many threats, from super mutants to machines. All are dangerous and will have to be brought down at some point. You will also come across legendary mobs from time to time. These drop unique parts of gear sets that will have players searching for these rare but tough foes. As Fallout 4 is an RPG, it has a leveling system, and this will dictate how well you will get on with the combat within Fallout 4. Leveling up allows you to pick different perks that will help you in your travels. As with many RPGs, you will come across many different quests that will have you wander in this vast landscape. From Boston to the wilds of the Commonwealth, every area is entertaining to explore. It is also filled with tons of loot, and if you're like me, you will be picking up everything that is not nailed down. This for me was one of the more annoying aspects of Fallout 4. Even with perks to carry more, I was still coming across the "you're carrying too much weight" message. This for me often detracted from the game and got me frustrated when it came to exploring. You will also have access to companions during your quests. These can help out in combat in various ways. They also provide you with perks depending on your relationship with them. For the most part, the companions are okay. However, I found that they would bug out from time to time or get themselves into more trouble, which sometimes put me off taking them. The companions themselves though, personality wise, are a mixed bunch, with some being very interesting while others quite dull. Your Pip-Boy returns as your menus and various aspects from quests to items. It also comes with a handy feature that allows you to play classic types of games on it, like Space Invaders. Albeit it's actually not called Space Invaders. It also comes with a handy app that will allow your phone or tablet to manage your Pip-Boy remotely. It's a nice touch. New with Fallout 4 is the base building, or as I call it, Fallout 4 meets The Sims. As you explore the Commonwealth, you will have many opportunities to build up settlements to help the people there. Here you are put into a base building setting where you can create the perfect base for your settlers of the wasteland. You can provide food, water, defences and beds to meet their needs. You can actually go deeper into this if you wish by setting up trade routes and stores. The thing about this is, it's all optional, you don't actually have to do this. And with its lack of incentive and lack of tutorial, I can see this mode putting players off from taking part in it. Also playing on the PlayStation 4, I found the controls, when it came to the base building, to be frustrating. The best part of the base building was going back to defend a settlement to find your carefully laid out defences laying waste to a small army of Sims. The base building is also the main reason you will be overburdened with weight, as you will be often picking up junk in hopes you can use it back at your base. The gameplay for Fallout 4 is not flawless, as during your time with the game you will more than likely come across multiple bugs, from companions bugging out to graphical glitches. These are all there sometimes. This, however, was never game breaking for me. A reoccurring issue that happens with Bethesda titles, these bugs and glitches over time should be fixed with patches and updates as the game's lifespan goes on. The presentation for Fallout 4 is a mixed bag. From an artistic point of view, it does give us a world that has been destroyed and trying to rebuild itself. People are struggling to survive as you explore the landscape. However, although the artistic point of view I can commend, its graphical side does suffer. This tends to be an issue with most massive RPG games like Fallout 4. Environments are kind of dull and grey, but that being said, it's supposed to be a wasteland. Unlike previous Fallout games though, Fallout 4 does seem to have more of a palette overall in terms of its colour. Character models have the stiff, puppet-like motions of previous gen games, which is a shame, especially because when we got to create our character, the facial designs were superb. It's just a shame not every model in Fallout 4 could have this attention to detail. Weapons and armour look the part though. They look very brutal, visceral and believable. Voice acting is done really well. The companions in particular are performed incredibly well. It's just a shame that the character models don't give as much life as the voices. The soundtrack of Fallout 4 is full of subtle tracks combined with a few intense ones for when fighting commences. It is also aided by various old-timey radio stations that blare out classical songs from between the 1930s and 1960s. It was a nice touch that really helped the atmosphere of Fallout 4. Despite all of this, the graphical aspects of the game will not detract from your experience of Fallout 4. Sometimes, in fact, noticing an odd-shaped landmark will make you want to go and explore in that area to see what's going on, see if there's anything different there, or anything worth looting. Overall, Fallout 4 is an explorer's paradise. While its story is all over the place depending on what quest you're taking on, it is still enough to make you want to keep playing, even if it's taking you far away from the main quest, or doing things out of character. Gameplay is functional and works. VATs have been made a lot better and less of a crutch for players to abuse. Fallout 4 really does take on board the if it's not broke approach with the gunplay. However, it expands on it with so much more, thanks to customization options with your gear and weaponry. The addition of the base building doesn't add loads to the average player, but if you can get into it, then you will lose countless more hours on this already epically long game. The presentation, like I already mentioned, is hit and miss, with some areas looking or being performed really well, while others are lacking. The biggest thing Fallout 4 has going for it is the search for more. Players will be driven by discovery. What is over that hill? What if I explore that vault? What loot is that legendary mob holding? All of these will keep players going. More than the story and more than its presentation, the exploration is what will drive players to keep playing. Hours will be lost in this game if you can get into it. Needless to say, the PC modding community will expand the game even further, making issues like what I had with the graphics not an issue anymore. If you enjoy first-person shooters, role-playing games, and especially games that give you an epic land to explore and allow you to do this at your own pace, then you will lose yourself in the commonwealth of Fallout 4. Anyway, I've been Darcblade, bringing you my video review of Fallout 4. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.
Lodged in that building? There's still a ship lodged in that building.
Power nominal? Excellent. Commencing final countdown. 3, 2, 1. Mr. Navigator, light the engines. Dreaded savings and loan, we shall be moored no longer. We are away! 2 points to starboard.